Hey everyone, today we're gonna find a new home for this table here. But before we do that, we have something else that we've gotta take care of. So I got a call from the school and Violet's sandwich got smashed in her backpack. And the aide called and then she put Violet on the phone and Violet's pretty sad. So I'm not far from the school now. I'm gonna take Violet a new sandwich and then we're gonna jump into this project here. Fortunately, Violet's sandwiches are pretty easy to make. She just likes ham, bread, and bread. Completely plain, that's the way she likes it. Okay, I got you in the car cam. So some progress with the house. I was able to get a lot of the stuff put away. The Quints are back. The first night, they did not sleep very well in their beds. They were too excited. They were running around like just wild little jackanapes. And finally they went to bed, but it was like past 11 on a school night, dad brain. On a school night, which is not cool. Night number 2, they slept like angels. Every one of them slept the whole night in their bed. I did a really good job of wearing them out. I took them to a park for hours. That's just kind of how we roll. Wear them out and they go to bed. So they were getting settled in. They love their new house and almost loved it too much the first night because they were crazy. I mowed my lawn. I hadn't mowed a lawn in a really long time, guys, and it had not been mowed for a few weeks, and the backyard was so tall, it took me forever to do it. First, I tried to do it with the bag, it didn't work. Then I took off the bag thinking, okay, I'll just mulch it and rake it. However, without the bag, the mower would get jammed up easier. If you pushed it too quickly, it got jammed up. I had to break it up into little sections. At one point, I ran out of gas. I filled up an entire trash can, and after that, I had to go grab another one and I filled that one up too. So there was 2 full trash cans. That's how much it was. The backyard, it's not that big, but it took me like 3.5 hours. So I'm just proud of that. That went really well. I've never considered myself as a person who has a green thumb, but after doing that and interacting with the grass that much and that long, I do feel like I have a green thumb now and like 4 green fingers to go along with it. So that's cool. I did get a lot of the things put away, especially the stuff right by the table. The kids' rooms are set up. I had to get those ready for them. So that pile that was by the dining room table is gone, but I still have everything in the front room and I'm really gonna try to dive into that. Something that slowed me down is in the middle of the move, I smashed my left foot with a freezer. Like it's sprained, it's getting better, but I'm still a little limpy gimpy, but doing better. Anyway, we're gonna get Violet her sandwich. This is a masterpiece. It was really cute talking with her because she was so sad. She's like, Dad, it's really smashed. My sandwich is really smashed. And I'm like, Vivi, do you want me to bring you a new sandwich? And she was like, yeah. She was just so cute about it, so excited. So anyway, Vivi gets a new sandwich. I don't know if you can see with the steering wheel, but here it is, beautiful. Okay, well anyway, yeah, let's drop that off and get back and get to work. Violet has her sandwich, so the universe is in balance and all is well. Except for there's road work. There's never road work here, but I'm actually stopped. So I just have to stay here while people go through. I don't know why I showed you that, but you're welcome. We are home. That was a fun little field trip. It gave me an extra 15 minutes to procrastinate what I'm about to do. So a quick recap on what we're doing here. We are going to find a new home for this dining room table. When I moved in, I showed you the layout of the home, and there's technically 3 areas where you can actually dine. And in theory, this is actually a formal dining room. They used to do this, like right when you walk in, there would be a dining room there just to show off your wear, I guess. And then also you guys saw this room. Let me chat about this room really quick though. After posting my home tour video, I had lots of great suggestions on this room as well as the dining room table. And a lot of people thought this could be an office for sure. Some people thought it'd be cool if I put a Murphy bed in here and maybe some sort of divider to where Shaden could actually be up here when he's here for the summer. All really good suggestions. However, one comment said, keep in mind, you do not need to fill every nook and cranny of your house. Sometimes just having open space is wonderful. So far, the first couple days, this room has been awesome. It's been the mat attack wrestling go crazy room. And we throw these mats at each other. We play It's Hot Lava. We make different bridges. We make daddy sandwiches, which I lay on a piece of bread. Well, I guess I should show you what that's like. Basically, you take a piece of bread and you have daddy lay here. This is their favorite game. And then you're gonna put on some mustard. And they put the mustard on, and then they're gonna put some ketchup, because ketchup's delicious, And then you can't forget the pickles. So the pickles go on. And then you put the last piece of bread. So they basically turn me into a sandwich and then they just jump all over and crush my body. It's pretty much the most fun we've had ever. Okay. All right. So I'm procrastinating. Let's get moving. So we're gonna find a place for this table. It's gonna be a lot better not having messes and crumbs all over when people walk in to greet them. And I will just make one note. I bought this table that has slight grooves in it. There's little grooves right here. And right when I saw it, I thought, oh geez, that might not be a good idea for cleaning. And the gal's like, oh, it'll be fine. I'm not a big fan. So if you can ever get a table that doesn't have grooves, it's not the worst. I just have to like run my finger through here to get the stuff out. So, what were you talking about? We are going to move this table and we're gonna take it right over. And this was by far the #1 suggestion. So thank you so much for your input on this. We're gonna put it right here and make the fireplace the dining room. And then we still have a sitting room off there. And we just basically need to rearrange what I put together for the room so far. I think we can all agree that moving is really one of the worst things ever. And as a move goes on, some moves are easy, some are harder. They're all awful. This one was going easy and I got everything out of the house. It was tricky with the quints. Now I'm in the new house, but I find as moves go, you start to lose your oomph more and more. And so now I'm just kind of down to this like little area and then I've got the kitchen to organize, but I'm close. And so I'm glad that we're moving this dining room table because it gets me to go, okay, Skylar, let's get rid of this stuff. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm gonna go to the bathroom first and then I'll do it. So I went to the bathroom and I was going to jump on moving that pile of stuff, but I felt like a lot of you at this point would be commenting, hey, did the kids' beds come together? And so I'm not procrastinating, I just thought I would show you this real quick. And yeah, the kids' beds did come together. So each of the quints got to pick out their own bedspreads, and I'm having them make their own beds. So we'll kind of see how we're doing here. This is Lily's. She's not too meticulous. I think Daisy is the most meticulous about having her bed made. In fact, I caught Daisy making Lily's bed the other day just for fun, literally for fun. I'm like, what are you doing? She's like, I like cleaning. Gotta love Daisy. That's her bed. Violet, not bad. Not bad. You can see she made some effort there. This is not on the ground, which is great. Got the couch into the playroom, which is cool. It just sits there in the corner, gives us a place to sit, but also we still have all of this lovely space to run around and play in. So yeah, and the boys, let's see how they did. Logan, not too shabby. Good job, brother. Lincoln, okay, not bad. All right, everyone. No more distracting me. It is time to make a home for the dining room table. You know, I'll show you one more thing. When we played the hot lava game, what we do is we have someone on the red and then they have to get all the way across to this other wall without touching the carpet, which is lava. But the cool thing is they have to quickly name 3 things that are the color red. When they get to yellow, they have to name 3 things and they have to do that all the way to the end. And we time them to see who could go the fastest. It was pretty cool. Okay. Let's get this rolling. Cheers. Wow. If I knew it was gonna be that easy, I would have done this a long time ago. Boom. The table is moved. I have some chips to get off the floor here. The table's now over by the fireplace. So the cool thing is, as you walk in, there isn't a table blocking the doors. But you come around here and there's the dining room table. There's plenty of flow on both sides and it actually looks quite nice sitting there with that fireplace. This was a good idea. So again, there's plenty of space in here. And when you put a table next to a fireplace, it looks like it's supposed to be a dining room. This is really cool. And if we flow to the front of the house in here, I now have this area. This could be an office area. I could even get a piano at some point and put a piano here and that would be cool. But yeah, so that's open now. But again, you walk in, the dining room's wrapping around. And then of course, the best part is the proximity to the kitchen. It's just right here. So I don't have to carry food like around a corner, around a staircase and feed the troops over there.
I also really love that when we sit here for meals, we have all this natural light coming in and we have a view here, so that'll be really nice. And it's close to the balcony, and again, it doesn't obstruct this area. The Quints love this so far, so they put on a little concert out here for their animals, and they did like a dance party. Waddle-a-hee, waddle-a-ho. Nice, good job, waddle-a-hee, good job, Lincoln. Waddle-a-hoo, don't kick each other, dance, waddle-a-hee, dancing. They also sat around for a while reading each other's stories. So far, they've just loved this space. I am just sitting here soaking it in the new official dining room. Good call. I appreciate all of the comments. And like I said, the vast majority that commented about the table said, move the table over by the fireplace. You were right. So thank you so much for that. I do read through all the comments. I do have people asking if I will vlog with the children. As you guys know, like a few months ago, I announced that I'm going to kind of take a break and shift gears a bit with the vlog. I tried podcasting, which was actually really boring for me. It was hard to sit still, and I immediately missed vlogging. So I will still have a family vlog. It won't always be just about the kids. And more than anything, like I talked about before, in some ways, I'm just being a little more selfish with my time with the kids because I have them every other week. I try to worry less about production and things like that. That said, sharing part of our lives with you, sharing part of our day is something that's been an amazing experience, and it's also been a huge blessing. Jamie and I have made a living full time for the last 6 years by just doing that, by sharing a little bit of our hectic life, and it's been able to provide for us and make things so much easier and bless the family in a lot of different ways. And I think that there are times where maybe vlogs can be off balance and can be unhealthy for families, but I know a lot of vloggers that I think do a great job of just keeping it balanced. I think Jamie does a good job. I don't think Jamie in any way exploits our kids or anything like that. When we share our kids, obviously people are going to see our kids. When you go out in public, people see the kids, but we've always been really mindful of the kids' safety as much as we can. And also we've been mindful of just the fact that we want them to always be kids and never feel like they're in production or things like that. And the Quints are getting older, and it's funny because they watch YouTube and they even like watching videos that we've done, and they think it's actually really cool. So I'm sure there'll be times, if it fits our schedule, that I'll be able to share some of the magic that we have together with the littles. And I appreciate all of your love and support. So we will see you soon.